Toyota's Corolla is known for being a car that gets you from point A to point B dependably. With it being in the top 10 of best-selling cars in America, is there a secret recipe that Toyota just has that many other manufacturers can't get right? Well, let's go ahead and find out and check out this 2017 Toyota Corolla LE. Now, the Corolla certainly has a stigma of being a car that you just got from your parents because you just went off to college, or it's a car that your grandma drives because she doesn't really care about what she drives. But in actuality, the Corolla is really a vehicle for the masses as it provides reliable transportation for many different Americans. Now, the Corolla has been having this reputation for many years now, and that's why it's in the top 10 selling vehicles in America. Now, for 2017, Toyota has provided some minor but impactful updates for the Corolla. They revised the front and the rear end of the vehicle. I'm not really sure if I like it, and I do like the LED headlights as they do look a little bit better, and they do come as standard equipment on the Corolla. And then they also revised the interior a little bit too, and then you get more features. Finally, Toyota has available high-end safety technologies for the Corolla, such as dynamic radar cruise control, which is basically adaptive cruise control. But here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. Lock, unlock to release your trunk, and your panic button. A smart key is available. And then our trim of the Corolla we have here is a fairly basic LE trim. You have a black cloth interior. Full manual driver's seat adjustments here. Alright, now stepping on inside of the interior for the Corolla, they have revised the interior, like I said, but the most notable change that they made was to the touchscreen here. It's a little bit more premium, especially with the gloss black that surrounds it. They also changed the climate controls as well, which do have a much more premium look and feel. But overall, it's still the same basic design for the interior. Now, push button ignition is available on higher end trims for the Corolla. And what you're hearing there is a 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder. Coming to your transmission, we have a CVT automatic, which is optional, or you can go with a 6-speed manual transmission. And you do have a sports mode. You can shift the vehicle manually if you would like. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, it does display your rear view camera with guidance lines. No trajectory, however. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. Automatic driver's side window. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior for the Corolla. Heated exterior mirrors. Now, Toyota has also revised the trim levels for the Corolla. The XLE trim now returns, and then you also do have the XSE and the SE. And Toyota has gotten rid of the S model for the vehicle. And then you also do have a 50th anniversary special edition. Now, the SE and the XSE models for the Corolla are supposed to be the sportier versions for the vehicle. Coming up front here, you have LED headlights, which are standard. As you can see, the front end of the Corolla looks a little bit more sinister this time around. Now, what Toyota hasn't revised for the Corolla here is the powertrain. It's a carryover 1.8 liter inline 4-cylinder that produces 132 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 128 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 28 in the city and 36 on the highway. There's many vehicles in this class that do earn up to 40 miles per gallon. But this 1.8 liter 4-cylinder is proven to be very reliable. Now, competitors of the Corolla, you have the vehicles in the compact car class, of course. This includes the likes of the Honda Civic, Ford Focus, Dodge Dart, Chevrolet Cruze, and the Volkswagen Jetta. Trims of the Corolla here you're looking at the base L trim, which starts at $18,500. The LE, which is what we have here, $18,935. LE Eco, $19,335. And if you go for the Eco trim for the Corolla, your fuel economy numbers do get bumped up to 30 in the city and 40 on the highway, but you have to pay a little bit more for that, which doesn't make any sense. Then you have the SE model, which starts at $20,445. And then the XLE, $21,825 to the 50th anniversary special edition, $21,900. XSE, $22,680. As you can see, there's many trim levels for the Corolla here. 16-inch steel wheels. Pricing for our particular Corolla is $20,024. Like I said, EPA estimates 28 city, 36 highway. Overall vehicle score for the government 5-star safety ratings. Hasn't been rated yet. Coming to the rear of the Corolla, you have a third brake light at the top. They have revised the taillights a little bit. Not sure if I really like it. Kind of reminds me of the 90s a little bit. Of course, all of your basic power necessities, power windows, door locks, power mirrors are located right here, and your chrome interior door handles. Interior quality in the Corolla here is pretty average for the compact car class. Now, you do have soft touch materials in some places, such as the armrest and the mid door panel here. It's wrapped in cloth, but on the upper door panel, it's hard touch plastic. Up here, it's all soft touch, and then you also do have this molded stitching, which gives it a slightly more premium vibe. Build quality is okay, but some of the interior trim and pieces do have panel gaps, and they feel a little flimsy at times. Overall, interior quality is okay in the Corolla, but it certainly can be better. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, the steering wheel is one of the few things that Toyota really didn't change a whole lot here on the Corolla. But you do have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, and then over here we have your Bluetooth phone controls, voice recognition. You also do have adaptive cruise control and lane departure warning with steering assist, which is nice. Finally, Toyota has high-end safety technologies on the Corolla, and it's on our fairly basic LE trim, which is nice. Down here, you also do have a little storage cubby, and then you have a 12-volt power outlet right there, USB charging port with an auxiliary input, dual cup holders, your traction control off, and then your parking brake. And then here goes your center console. There's an okay amount of center console storage. Then you have this little tray right here. Seating comfort in the Corolla is pretty good. The seats are fairly comfortable with a decent amount of thigh support, and side bolstering is decent too. Overall, it's not too shabby, and I have plenty of room on the inside of here, and I found a pretty comfortable driving position in the Corolla, and I certainly don't feel claustrophobic inside of here. The Ford Focus and the Dodge Dart certainly feel a little bit more cramped when it comes to their interior. But the Corolla features one of the roomiest interiors in the compact car class. Visibility in the Corolla is also pretty good. There's a decent amount of side glass area. A-pillars are pretty thin. Seeing out the windshield is really easy too. And when you get to rearward visibility, pretty easy too, since you don't have a sloping roof line like how you do in some other vehicles. There's your glove box. Love how it doesn't slam right down. In the Honda Civic, it slams right down, but not in the Corolla here. Coming to your climate controls, we do have automatic climate control, and you have your fan speeds right here, temperature, front window defroster, rear window defroster, and your recycling. I love these climate controls a lot more. They just are easier to operate, and then also they just have a much more high quality feel than the previous climate controls that they had. Alright, now let's get to the main head unit and the main interface. This is the Toyota Entune system, and we've been seeing this for quite some time now. Now, they changed the screen a little bit with these new touch-sensitive buttons on the side right here, but it's still the same overall basic interface. that you will find in the 2016 Corollas. Now, coming to your different audio sources, we do have all of the norm here: AM, FM, CD player, and then your USB port with iPod interface, and then you have your Bluetooth streaming audio, and then your auxiliary input. Pretty basic stuff there. Coming to your car, shows you your trip information, and then it also shows you your fuel economy, and then your average speed and your fuel range right here, and then you could clear it anytime you would like. Coming to your setup, there's many different settings that you could change here, from the general, like the language, if you want the beep on or off when you press on something. You could change the color theme if you would like, and then the keyboard layout. Then you have your voice recognition too. You could change the voice volume. You could train your voice recognition, and then you have voice recognition prompts too. Then the display, of course, you could change the contrast as well as the brightness. Your Bluetooth settings, you can add and pair devices from there, and you could delete devices. Then you have your phone, audio, vehicle settings like the vehicle customization. Overall, the Toyota Intune system is pretty simple here, and the interface is pretty responsive and it's intuitive, but overall I think they do need to implement a pretty major update to the system here, as it is slightly dated. Now, despite the Corolla having the sporty SE and the XSE trim levels for the vehicle, this vehicle just isn't as engaging to drive as its peers are, like the Honda Civic and the Ford Focus, as well as the Mazda 3. The handling just feels somewhat numb, but it's a vehicle that anybody could pick up real quick. It's pretty easy to drive, but it's not gonna make you wanna go zoom zoom, especially with the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder that just provides a sufficient amount of power for the vehicle. It's not gonna be a powertrain that knocks you back in your seat here. The fuel economy is okay, but it's not class leading, and the CVT automatic transmission is okay, but I would prefer a traditional kind of automatic, like a 6-speed automatic, but you can go with the 6-speed manual, which is nice. But the Corolla is just a compact car that's easy to live with. It's comfortable, it's dependable, and that's what type of compact car this is. It's more like a Chevrolet Cruze kind of competitor here. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the Corolla. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Love how it says goodbye. Interior quality does follow through in the rear. Still have a cloth wrapped armrest mid-door panel. Now, the Corolla does feature a pretty roomy back seat and plenty of legroom, as well as plenty of headroom back here. You also do have a single map pocket and rear cup holders, and then a rear center armrest with more cup holders. However, my only complaint is that these headrests aren't adjustable, but this middle one is just kind of weird. Then you have your map lights up here too. But overall, it's a pretty comfortable experience, and the seats back here are also nice and comfortable. All right. It does have a pretty roomy trunk. The rear seats also do fold down 60-40 split if you're looking for more cargo space. Then you have your Corolla floor mats right here. Full manual passenger seat, glove box compartment. So Toyota has made the Corolla a little bit more appealing due to the added safety technologies and features for the vehicle. However, the Corolla is still a vehicle that is just a very dependable, reliable, and easy to live with kind of compact car. And if you're looking for something a little bit more engaging to drive, then you may want to check elsewhere. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.